Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to be setting up our AWS account. So navigate to aws.amazon.com/console over here, and then click on Sign into the console. And now I know a lot of people are afraid of AWS because, you could get charged, but keep in mind that almost all jobs require you to have cloud knowledge. And since AWS has the market dominance, that's why I'm teaching AWS. You will come across jobs that, prefer Azure or GCP, which is Google Cloud, but the majority of jobs require AWS knowledge. So that's why I'm showing you this tutorial in AWS. And keep in mind that I know that you can incur charges. However, before we do anything that could incur charges for you, I will let you know beforehand, and then you can not participate in setting up that server or using that service. So if this is the reason why you're afraid to create an AWS account, I highly recommend to put aside that fear, because AWS has new features coming out weekly. And as a developer or as a machine learning engineer, data scientist, whatever you are, you're going to have to get your hands dirty and essentially explore AWS. So if you do not have an account yet, then you're going to have to click on create a new AWS account. And again, it will ask you for a credit card. But before we use any service that could incur any charges, I will warn you. Okay, and then you can decide if you want to participate using that service or just watch the video of me doing it. But I would highly recommend you to get an AWS account. Now, we're going to using the root user email. And the reason for that is there's essentially two times when you want to sign into your root account. And that's the first one is when you want to check your bills and, the cost explorer, how much, you need to pay AWS at the end of the month and that. And the other one is when you want to create these IAM user rules. And the reason for that is because when you're working in AWS, you do not want to work through your root user email, because if it gets hacked, then it's really difficult to get in touch with AWS support. And in the meantime, hackers could exploit your account and do with it whatever they want, whether that's Bitcoin mining or send DDoS attacks, whatever. So what you want to do is you want to sign into your root account. And then through your root account, you're going to be creating these IAM user roles, and I'm going to guide you through it. And then we're only going to log in using these IAM user roles, okay? And the reason that we use these IAM user roles to log into our account afterwards is in case someone hacks our IAM user role, which is highly unlikely, but if in case someone does hack it, we can just simply log into a root user and we can just delete that user, okay? So that's why we need to set things up first through the root user. So sign in. And as you can see, for me, it's already pre-filled. I'm going to click on next. The password is pre-filled. And then actually the MFA or multi-factor authentication is required by AWS. So if you haven't set it up already, it's going to prompt you to set it up, and you can, use any app you want to do multi-factor authentication with. I use the app called Authenticator, and then, you just read in the QR code and it's going to sync up with AWS in like 3 seconds. Okay. So if you haven't already, it's going to force you to use multi-factor authentication. Okay. So my code is 683166. And remember, it's okay that you see this code because this changes every 30 seconds. So I'm going to submit this. And as you can see, we're being redirected. So we've logged into my account. And over here, as you can see, here's the cost and usage. For you, it's going to look completely different because I've been using AWS, a lot more, and probably have other charges that you don't. And so if you see this screen, then that's great. Then I will see you in the next video.